And a very warm welcome wherever you're watching us here on GBI. What a fantastic day's racing we have in prospect. We're here at Newmarket with our first of a number of meetings for you, and it's a big day for the juveniles. If you've been following juveniles this year, this really is, I suppose, judgment day for many of them, especially with the classics next year in mind. The Royal Lodge Stakes, the Cheveley Park Stakes and the Middle Park Stakes, they're all at Newmarket. And of course for the elders, we've got the Cambridgeshire. That is one of the biggest betting handicaps of the year.
Bobby's Babe is going to hang on and wins from Kailuki's scrutiny. Princess Kodiak ran on for fourth. Life of Fame Olympic runner disappointed. Then Deben, she wears the trousers, Big Larry. Turthar, Siciliano, Ilagwen.
Bobby's Babe it is, race number one, going the way of the locals, and this daughter of Big Bad Bob has taken the spoils for Tim Easter, who's got runners later on the card of note, and Rachel Richardson, who's an apprentice that's been catching plenty of eyes, and Rachel, well, hands and heels for a long way here. Favourite was disappointing, got caught in a pocket, Olympic runner, but not sure she'd have been good enough anyway. Kailuki, mentioned before the race, sets the standard, officially rated 77. Scrutineer catches the eye there on debut for Mick Shannon. Not sure it was the strongest of maidens, but taking enough away from Bobby's Babe, who gets off the mark at the third time of asking. Go to Newmarket, where with the Middle Park Stakes, this is another big race of the day. This is a Group 1 contest, no less. It was won last year by Godolphin. Charming fought for Charlie Appleby. William Buick was aboard. We've had some good winners of this race in the past. Amadeus Wolf, I remember 2005. It's going to be the next big thing then. Didn't quite happen. But Charlat is the favourite. No surprise to learn that, round about 2-1. I suspect there's probably many of you who are going to be playing exactas and forecasts in this race. It certainly is one of those races that lends itself to it. And there is Charlat, pre-morning winner, and has been successful in the Richmond and indeed in July Stakes. And Tasleek, we saw earlier on in the week, upholding that form up against Ajaya, the very easy Gimcraft winner. The second in that race has won the Millreef Stakes last week, so that form equally solid. And the front two were quite some way clear of Buratino in the market. Buratino, who has always been held in high regard by Connections, won the Coventry Stakes, also won a listed prize in the Wood Cup, and Connections have been ill afraid, have they, of going to the well to try and pick up those big prizes. But I think many people will suggest to you that Charlat is going to be the banker of the day. Certainly plenty of doubles, trebles and Yankees will be reliant, I suspect, on this one coming good. Well, Charlat, Frankie Dettori aboard, well clear on the figures. It's also clear on the time form figures to beat Venturis and Ajaya. Let's go and join them ahead of what should be a fascinating Middle Park. And for Godolphin, but the place that matters is the place number one, Charlat, number 5 on your card. Frankie Dettori made that look a little easier, I think, than what it actually was. But one thing's for certain, this is the best juvenile colt in training at the moment. He was odds on for a reason. And he continues his winning run. That's 5 on the reel for Charlat. Typically a buoyant Frankie Dettori. I wonder if we'll be getting a flying dismount for him after this. Another winner for John Gosden. Gosden's yarding scintillating form at present. Well, I think many people would anticipate Charlat to blast these away, but this was not a poor field by any stretch of imagination. Ajaya tried hard to go with the winner, and ultimately I would imagine Godolphin will be quite pleased with second and third. Here's the result: Charlat beating Buratino, steady pace, and Ajaya in fourth, having I think realistically suffered for his labours there. And I think that will go down as being one of the better renewals of the Middle Park Stakes for some years.